Good morning, everyone. Another change has been made to my tank. I've added way more fish, and I couldn't tell you the names of them. I completely forgot. But but I've added all these fish to get more action in the tank, which I'm really enjoying. I did move a couple things out and around, and I did remove a couple of things, and I'm probably going to have to remove some more things because I have so many fish in there. But I did, as I got more fish, I realized that I had to get this thing, which is the AquaTop Max Flow. And then what that does actually is it makes and moves the water around. When you have so many fish, oxygen and water circulation are a problem. The bubbles themselves just cannot do the job. The bubbles are great, don't get me wrong, and they can move the water around, but not as much as this does. And you can see that flow there. Let me zoom in a little bit for you there. You can see it working. I have it blowing from the back to the front of the glass because I didn't want it to cause too much agitation, which it could, because it's really flowing. And what it does is it's coming around, it's coming to the front of the glass and coming down this way. And I've noticed something. This is really amazing. Let me zoom back a little bit. Is that the fish are like, almost like when you go to a gym and you get on a treadmill and there's a bunch of people, all working out together. They're lining up and they're like in the flow. As the flow comes across, they love it. They're swimming in it. They enjoy it. Then they come back down, they go back, circulate, and they go back into it again. They are enjoying it. I've never seen that before. Maybe you'll see something happening again. They're doing it at times, and times they're not, because I'm sitting here and they see me. They think they're going to be fed, so they're coming out and they're thinking of something else. They're not actually trying to play in that stream of water. Now, what that does, that stream of water, is creates the agitation you need to get more oxygen flow into the tank, especially when you have so many fish in there. Very important to do, because the bubbles themselves just cannot produce enough oxygen in the tank for these fish, and you can get sometimes when you don't have so much of a flow in the tank, circulation, you'll notice that you'll get some kind of a oily buildup on the top's layer of the water. You don't want that. You really don't. You can remove it and stuff, but that's working right now stops that from happening. Very important to have. Now I replaced some of the fish that I had before that were in fights with something, and I don't know which one, but I increased them, and so they can hang together to stay off the other fish, whoever it is that's fighting them. And it could have been that I didn't have enough aeration in the tank. It's something I just completely forgot about. So that's something that you all need to know. If you have a tank and you have so many fish, even if you have plants, please get something to stir the water around to make sure that top is moving around a little bit, because out in the nature, you don't have so much still water, and if you see those places, you don't see a lot of fish in there. The fish are moving around and they're swimming farther down where there's a lot of things happening and things are moving around. Action. Action, baby. That's the word. Anyways, this is what I've done to my changes. I've added that. I've moved some of the stuff around like I told you, and removed a few things. I'm probably going to have to remove some more. I think I have a lot, maybe too much plants in there. And these are the plastic plants, the glowing plants. I love them. I know other people like the real plants, and they do look good and stuff, but I don't know. For me, I've had them in the past, and I've had them create problems in the tank as they die and they're all over the place. It just doesn't have a clean look like I'm looking for. It just doesn't appeal to me, but it appeals to other people, and that's fine. If you like that, do it. Why not? There's all kinds of things you can do with plants, with wood, driftwood, and all kinds of other things. Some people I've seen put sand, which I'm thinking about doing next time, having a mound of sand come down and then having gravel come the rest of the way and maybe up a little bit with something I can bury back here, like a hiding place, like something like I have rocks over the top, but they can actually enter in, go down into, and then have like a cavity inside there which they can hide in, which is kind of cool. And you'll be able to see it from this side, from inside the glass, because it'll be exposed from from this side right here. There's very incredible things they got going on, all kinds of changes that I just, it's just hard to fathom to get all these things together. You just can't have everything, and I wish I could. I wish I had a bigger tank so I could do it. And like this is only a 55-gallon tank. I just don't have the wall space to have a bigger one. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll figure out something on the other side of this wall, because I'm remodeling my house and that room is not finished, which is my living room on the other side and the dining room. Maybe I might do something on the other side of that wall, but then again, we're not in that room a lot, and I probably can use it for other purposes. My spouse probably wouldn't like it. My wife, I don't think she would like me to take up that space with another aquarium. But this one's approved, and it's okay. It's wife approved, and it's a good one. And I thank you for the compliments I've gotten on it. I want to thank each one of you for some nice compliments about it and suggestions. Talking about that little house there, you can see I got fish hiding in there. There's one right in there. He likes it. That's like a 3-bedroom house in there. It's amazing. They can swim out that side. They can swim inside there, go out the back. There's doors there, and they can also enter on the side here, which is amazing. It's just, that decoration was hard to find, but I did find it and I got it. And I was telling you before, I wasn't really crazy about it. It's kind of growing on me. Well, it did. It kind of grew it on me. But then again, I know they like places to hide. It does consume a great deal of space inside that tank. I might end up taking it out and putting the rock formation I had there before. That was, I had that after I had those temples in there. And I might go back to the temples. I might go back to have the 3 temples again. Well, 2, because I am not going to get rid of that face. I love that. Ancient statue that was there, would have been standing above like the Light Harbor or something years ago, one of the 7 wonders of the world that broke from an earthquake and fell down, and that's all that's left. That's what kind of reminds me of. I just really enjoy all that, and I enjoy the history and the ancient civilizations and things. But here they are. Here are the new fish. Let's see if we can get a few up there. There's one swimming right there, and I got 2 more like that one. So there's 3 together. Then I got those 2 guys. No, those are the same guys. We'll find the other ones. There they are, behind my angelfish, right there. There he is. Where is it? There, right there. Kind of hard to see, but I forget the name of him. But I got 2 of those. And I got this other one that's, oh yeah, he's hiding in the cave. There he is, right there. Hi, how are you? Coming out to say hi? Yeah, there he is. Hey, little buddy, what's going on? Hey, my little buddy. So there, he took over that area, and that's his home now. And he's very happy there. Very happy. That's kind of cool. And I found my other 2 Placosimuses. I was saying that I thought one disappeared, but there he is. He was gone for the longest time. Maybe went on vacation in a black hole or something and decided to come back. There's the other one that I've always seen. So that's kind of cool. Also, oh yes, I removed some of the statues I have that, where is it? You can see it's right there in front of me. The Buddha sitting, lounging. I have like 3 like that. They're very small. But I also had the bigger one, the bigger Buddha statue. It looked so cool. I loved it. But I just cannot have that in the tank with so many fish. They need to have the room. They need to be able to enjoy themselves, swim on and check out everything on the bottom, without being so confined. And that's something I'm really noticing with them. And you can see, I did keep that stuff in the corner. I think I'm always going to keep that in the corner. I just really enjoy that. For some reason, that just appeals to me. I really like it, just like that plane does. I took out the plane in the beginning, and I put a pirate ship in there, and it just didn't look right. It's like putting some of those divers in there. I used to have those divers that kind of go up and down, which I might put back, but they kind of look cartoonish. This guy is the the most simplest one is the better one to put in, because although it does kind of look cartoonish, it's way different than the other ones. It's to scale, the way I have it positioned. Remember, moving things back gives you the illusion of everything being the correct scale. So that's something to keep in mind when you're designing. But I kept him. I like him. I know it's a simple thing. It doesn't move, but it works. It works. And, things are taking things from there. So I'm going to see what's going to happen. We're going to hold on this for a while and see how it goes. And I hope you guys give me a thumbs up. I hope you guys have a great day today, because it'll be a beautiful day today. And we'll take you to the next level when we see what happens next, whatever I decide to do. But right now, this is it. As I pan back, my friends, there you go. There you go. That's the whole thing. That's the whole kit and caboodle right there. Everybody seems to be having a good time in there. They're not really fighting with each other too much, although they do nip at each other a little here and there. But that the air agitation device is working so good. And again, that's from that. Where did I put that? There it is. That is called the AquaTop MaxiFlow, which was only like $30. Now, they can be very expensive. I saw one for over $100, and for this tank, I don't need that kind of stuff. It's just, this is good enough, and probably is over what I need. But if you move the thing around up there and divert the water, it won't be so bad. So even though that's a strong flowing mechanism up there, I diverted it by pointing it at the glass. I can even point it that way, but that created a flow, and I got a circulation going with my other pump that's right there for my canister filter, my 307, and I did get the 407, which I am going to be setting up soon. My friends, let me show you that. Here she is, the 407 canister Fluval. There we go. Let me zoom back a little bit. Look at that thing. Now that is one heck of a filter. You got the 4 stages. The 307 has 3 stages. So many fish, and even though it's only 55 gallons, this is the way to go. You can't go wrong. These canister filters today are just absolutely amazing, and you don't need to add anything else. Like on my 307, I do have a little tiny filter I have up here that has, let me show you, that creates a waterfall effect in the back. That was moving the water around. That helps, but not enough. But when I added that with having my 307, the water got crystal clear. It needed that little bit of help. This one, hopefully, won't need the help. And where I got all this stuff was my local store, and we should all support our local aquarium stores. I went to Aquarium City, which is located here in Canoga Park, and they're very nice people, very nice staff, very knowledgeable, and very good prices, very competitive prices. And even if you spend a couple of dollars more there for something that you probably can get on Amazon, remember, you're supporting your local business, your local store. And also remember, it's so nice to walk into a place and select and see the fish you want to get. I mean, what's the next thing? We're going to be ordering online and getting fish like that way? It's nothing like going into the place and actually seeing them for yourself, asking questions, and making sure that everything's going to work out. I can't tell you enough how important it is to support our local businesses and places and things that we like, that we make sure that these people exist and go around and that they're there for us. And that place is there for me, there for a lot of people. So again, support your local aquarium stores, support your local business, very important. So my friends, that's it for right now. That's the latest on what's going on, and they think they're going to be fed, but not till later. And like I said, please give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think. Anyways, you all have a great day, and I'm out.